Well, hello, pirates and friends of pirate and friends of price charts and friends of Komodo and friends of crypto and enemies of all kinds. It's me, E. Giuliano, and it's the 11th of May. That's right, 2021. We are basically done the first third of the month. That month, which we said we would watch closely to see how these ARRR charts shape up and move about. So today, the main focus, I think, will be on the USDT chart. We're just looking at short-term price action and really trying to think about where are things going? What might they look like? Okay, where are they right now, really? So here are a couple things to think about. By the way, thank you everyone who's liking the videos by pressing the like button. Even you can press a thumbs down if you really feel that way. Just be honest, that's cool, that's cool. Also, all of you making comments, much appreciated. Loving the comment section. Good job, everyone. And of course, if you're sharing this one with anybody, much appreciated. So recently we had this long-term uptrend, which relates to the beginning of this April move up. And we have reached to this point and we've inflected upwards slightly. Now, that's very nice. And we're looking here today at this just flat open close flatness indecision candle with a decent, how do we say, a decent amount of movement. It's roughly 23% up. Roughly 20% down. So there you go. Not bad. We are today now roughly, we are nearing the final quarter of May 11th. Yeah, that's right, in UTC time. So yesterday we had this a booming candle here, which today we have some indecisiveness. And the question becomes then, okay, where might we go? If this is indecision, what are some ways to think about it? Well, firstly, these previous candles are up candles. So we could say short term, the trend is up. Therefore, if we're just indecisive and pausing here, then we might continue further higher in this near term. Whereas though overall the trend is down, so you might argue that, well, this candle now is showing that the up move is not strong enough and we're due for some further down move, maybe just down to the high sixes here at this orange support line around 675, and maybe even back down to our $5 zone of strong buying support. We also have this uptrend line here, but really this indecision seems like it's going higher, and we're going to use some indicators to help us see why. Now, price is the ultimate indicator. It tells us where the price is and where it has been, and that helps us to understand where it will go, where it will find resistance, where it will find supports, and what type of trend it's in. So that's enough to really be successful, really, with enough expertise, enough skill, enough proper mindset, you know, like Mark Douglas says too, just understanding that everything is random and then being able to find an edge. You can find an edge just by looking at price. However, we're going to take it a step further. Now we have all these lovely technologies that we can take advantage of that calculate for us these charts and now these moving averages that I'm including. 50, 100, 200, and then the Bollinger Band, which also includes the 20. Okay, now I'm just going to unsqueeze this for you. We got squeezed really flat here in the vice of price. All right. All right, speaking of which, now this gives us another interesting picture, doesn't it? Here we see this pausing right at that 20-day moving average. And it's nice to see, okay, overall, in terms of days, we spent part of this day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. And now our 9th day below or at the 20-day moving average. We have spent some time above it, but that's interesting. And still everything is lining up properly below it in terms of 50, 100, and then 200, even lower down. Great. So then what else are we seeing here? Like the Bollinger Band says a lot. We probably need a bit more time to catch up and kind of squeeze together and consider that we're coiling up and winding up. Otherwise, a move up to this 10 or even $11 level would probably be rejected quickly. However, the other side of that probability is that it probably, if it were to break through and had enough strength, then it would probably be a decisive new uptrend impulse move, because it would be breaking this previous highs and continuing up without being really rejected in this area. All right, now, but I think we still have, like I said, we're in the first third of the month is complete. Now we have 2/3 left, and that's not even, that's just May. So we're going to go a little shorter term. I just wanted to point out we have not brought in the Ichimoku yet. So I just want to bring that in for time horizon. And here we are. Here is our wall of Ichimoku. And this is going to come into play. I just want to remind us, this is the $9 level. Okay. Here is the $9 level where we have this resistance part of Ichimoku cloud, is where it kind of comes together with this uptrend, and then this horizontal level is about $9. So that's a significant level for us going forward, especially after the 23rd to 24th of May. We want this thing above $9 to be above this cloud and be in a very much stronger position rather than below. So this is the time and the area we're definitely looking at, is again that 23rd, 24th of May time. It will be an important time for us nearing that end of the month. Now, in considering all of this, we do see we have a number of days. So what are some shorter term factors that might come into play here? Let's do that. Let's look down at the 4-hour chart of our USDT, and we can see, in fact, interestingly, okay, let us just hide these drawing tools for a moment and see, look, we are actively in this cloud, an ever increasing cloud, firstly. And so this is, you know, the top of this cloud is around $10. So there's no question in my mind that since we are so cleanly in this cloud now, we got rejected once, we came down, tested, we're back in, we got rejected again, but we're strong enough to stick around. We could, a couple of ideas here. We could make our way, whoa, drawing tools back into play. Oh, there's our blue line. Now you see it, now you don't. Okay, there's our blue line. We could make it up here and then reject down and come back down. That would be lovely. Go to 10, settle at 7 or 8. Oh, lovely. Other option is we could slide back down to this level and then make our way up. Now we're still here, 15th, May, 16th, 24th is all the way over here. So what is happening here in the 23rd, 24th on this 4-hour scale, we don't know, but let us hope that we are here. If we're at this blue zone by that day and we're struggling to get through it, but at that level, that is great. That is where we would love to be compared to being down. Whoops, compared to being down at our gray zone. That would be a really weak spot. And then of course the orange zone. And the purple zone is a danger zone now. Now that we've made this move that we've recently made, danger zone. We do not want to go back down there and try and test it again. We've tested it here once, twice. We've tested it a lot through these hours, and we found a lot of good support and we raised up. We do not want to come back down. And overall, I don't think we will, based on what we're seeing in front of us. Okay, so that's basically the 4-hour idea with the help of the Ichimoku cloud. Bollinger Band as well, we're above the 20 period average. So that would be the 80-hour average would be, right? 20 periods of 4 hours. But anyway, I might just be talking nonsense. We're going to most likely be crossing this 100 very soon. So we will be back in a position where the 20 is above the 100, but we're still trying to get this 50 over the 100. So in my opinion, based on that moving average information, which is lagging, it's a lagging indicator, but it does say that we're likely going a little bit sideways still before going further up, even if that sideways involves going up and then coming back down. You see, you know, what matters is not where do we go in between, but where will we be, let's say, in 5 days. Okay. All right, let's see. Well, first ceiling is gray ceiling of $8. All right, let's see how we do there. We're in the cloud, so it doesn't mean that just because you come to a cloud, you get rejected by it. You might spend your time there and you might get rejected at the opposite end of the cloud and then come down and go back up, or stay in the cloud or come all the way down. Whatever the possibilities are, they are possibilities for a reason and can happen. It's just that probabilities helps us to really define an edge. So figuring out what are more probable scenarios And again, in this case, hanging around this $7 to $8 level and even testing a $10 level would be seeming like it's more likely. All right, more likely. All right. Now we're going to escape from this 4 hours and get a bit of further confirmation from a 1 hour time frame. And yes, here we see in this 1 hour time frame that we are comfortably above the clouds. We are comfortably in a position of 20 period average, above 50, above 100, which has recently crossed this 200. Good. We are a nice distance above the cloud that in the next day, unless there's a massive crash between today and tomorrow, we are above this cloud and we are at least most very likely going to look for support on it at around the 730 level ish. So maybe it'll be a bit later, maybe it'll be around the 750 level, whatever. And we're hoping to then continue higher. So this cloud tells us that we are likely to stay in the $7 level and find some, how do you say, momentum, some energy, some economy to then push our way eventually further higher to the $10 zone. And this again is still only 13th of May here, okay, at this time. So who knows, but up is seeming like the bias. So if we have to put a bet on because Mark Douglas is holding a gun to our head and saying, make a bet, I would put it to the upside. And I would, by the way, none of this is ever financial advice, anything you hear coming out of my lips. Okay, let's say we buy it where the price is, which is here, okay. Yeah, that seems like a good stop right there. So that's not even a 10% move. So I'll give it even more room to go, but it could find support here. So personally, I'll give it a nice 20% or even 15%. Okay, let's say I'll give it 15 because I do believe that here, oh no, that's not even 2 to 1. I don't want to give it to $10. It's not the greatest ratio. Like we would have wanted to get it down here, okay, at the 5 and even at the 6-ish level. Okay, fine. Here it's a little more risky. I'm going to cut my risk down. Why take a crazy trade, Mark Douglas, right? Yeah, let's make it 5 to 6%. Okay, here now we can live with a move which is roughly 4 or 5 to 1. Now we can live with this move. I can live with this move. 7%. Let's give it. Okay, and now it's now it's about 4 to 1. We'll live with that. Okay, interesting. Thank you for that experiment. Okay, 7-8%. What do you need? Okay, there you go. That's the idea right now. Any other thoughts? Definitely share them with me in the comments. But for now, that's really it when it comes to our USDT. The overall bias seems up, and we are looking at $10 as the upper target. But first, we need to pierce through this $8 region, gray zone. All right. All right. In terms of BTC price, now the BTC price against USD is up at 56,000 and roughly a half. So that has changed slightly. That's how we start getting changes in the BTC price priced with R. But again, as we see on the weekly, very nice position. A week takes time, definitely more than days. On the daily position, we are at this resistance zone. So let's see it again. If you're playing a BTC chart, then you definitely have to keep a close eye on BTC USD price pair because that has a big effect as well. Okay, and again, the ceiling we're probably looking for is around the 17,000 Satoshi level for now, unless this is a short-term ceiling, in which case that means probably BTC is going up against USD and R is going down against BTC a bit, and or even a lot, and R is going up against USDT because it's following the BTC up in that sense. All right, alrighty then. That's it for now. I think we're done for now. If there's anything else, I will come back. But here's the correction we're looking at right now, which in fact gives me the feeling of a sideways correction for further upside. That's what I'm feeling. There could be some. If we're looking at down, we're looking definitely down at the 12,000, 11,000 Satoshi level as support. Okay, yeah. All right, everyone. Keep moving, keep staying hydrated, eat all the good, nutritious food, breathe well, sleep well, enjoy your relationships. And other than that, just Peace out, right? Love, peace, happiness, and good cheer. All right, everyone. Bye for now.